4 of the first season of Survivor UF. Final 4 are Kristen.
The reason that happened, I think I'm a pretty big threat, and I feel like I do kind of have a target on my back. I think it's because I have a bigger, more outgoing personality than a lot of people, which a lot of people consider as a threat. But I did hear through the grapevine that someone thought I was stupid, but I don't think that's true. I just think I have a big personality, and people are afraid of that. So
I'm very surprised that I got it done as quick as I did, but also I feel like it's not that hard and it should have been done by now.
I'm voting for you tonight because I know you're voting for me, and it's either going to be me or you tonight, and I don't think it's going to be me because I had everyone flop.
If I do make
Lexi.
it to the final 3, I don't want to be with my closest ally that we voted the same this entire time. Like, I want to stand out.
So going into this game, I knew I'd be a pretty big challenge but I didn't want to stand out. I didn't want to seem too athletic and too big of a threat. So my strategy was to stay more low key when it comes to this type of stuff.
Which Gator will win the war and become the first sole survivor of Survivor UF?
This is Survivor UF.
The winner of Survivor UF.
So you have basically 10 minutes to complete it if you don't.
Ava is very unproblematic, didn't have beef with anyone, didn't blindside anyone, but she honestly played kind of the same game. So hopefully they respect my whole game. And Kristen, she's such a good speaker. I really hope she does not make it to tribal. Lexi, she's just a goat that you take to the end.
So
Blindsided so many people, I feel like. I was a swing vote, I swear, so many votes. I was always a swing vote. Because, and also at this point, no one has ever written my name down. No one has ever voted for me. So I think that speaks to my social game, that I've been the swing vote. No one has hate for me at all.
That puzzle was really hard. I only got 5 pieces, but I'm still upset. I mean, I made it to the top 4, which I'm crazy, so incredible, OMG. But I am a little upset that I don't think I'm gonna win immunity because I know Ava is a beast at puzzles. I feel like if I do make it to top 3, it might hurt my case that I haven't won an immunity, but it also could help because I could say, I've had to rely on my social game, and almost every tribal I've been to, I've gotten votes. I've gotten a lot of votes. So the fact that I'm still here and kicking is pretty good.
So my question to you is,
My top 3 would be me, Lexi, and Ava. Originally, I would have wanted Zoo because she was my girl from the beginning, and we started on the very same tribe, and we were on the same tribe the whole entire time. But 2 votes ago, she put my name down. Why she did that? She probably wanted to make a power move, and she got, because Seth was telling her, vote for Kristen, vote for Kristen. He probably was feeding her something like, oh, she's such a big threat, even though, obviously in challenge-wise, Seth was a bigger threat. But Seth was probably saying I was a bigger threat, maybe social game-wise. And that's why originally I would have wanted her there, but I mean, I don't want her there because she kind of blindsided me, but at the same time, I feel like Ava does have a good head on her shoulders because she was really good at the puzzle, so I think she has a valid way of winning. I definitely think I have outlasted. I was in the very first tribal and I almost got home. I have outlasted, I think, more than the other people have. I think Ava was definitely better because she did win immunity once or twice. So I think she kind of has that outplay part, but I definitely think, I've outlasted more than anyone.
Probably gonna be me, Kristen, and Ava, because I don't know Zoo, and I do know she had an alliance with Kristen, but she's talking to me, and she voted for Kristen. She's saying, let's get Kristen out. She's not on an alliance with her, and she's not gonna be, so I want her out. I would say in the finale, you should vote for me because I strategized and I came in with a plan, and I've performed the plan. My plan was to kind of lay low, but make an alliance and make a strong alliance, and I think that has helped me through. Also, a bit of luck has helped.
Zoo with only 4 pieces done. Third place is Ava. Yeah, I said. So the winner of individual immunity is Lexi.
OMG.
You got 8 pieces, right? Or something?
Oh my god.
8, yeah.
Oh
Cossack breaking the fourth wall. So as you might have noticed, last tribal council, we were outside, and that's because we were kicked out of the Broward basement. No apparent reason. I don't know what happened, but this is in the middle of January, and it is absolutely freezing in Gainesville. So while the Final Four challenge is going on, I decided to pull my car around and put the heat on for the Final Four contestants while the challenge is going on. And so while the contestants are in my car, Kristen is, making herself at home. She has her feet all over the dashboard, everything. There was dirt all over the place, and I am an OCD freak. And so when I saw my car after she was in it, I immediately told her, I'm taking money out of her prize winning if she is to win this competition. So Kristen, if you are going to win this, you're gonna see not the full prize money. So, does anyone want to describe me how the car was? Is there a lot of strategizing going in there?
I feel like there was some strategizing going on for sure.
Is there a lot of strategy going on in the car?
Yeah, like when you walk into the car and it's kind of silent, it's like a bad situation.
With winning the last immunity challenge, do you have a plan going into this last vote?
Yeah, I have a plan.
Kristen, do you have a plan for tonight?
I wasn't really sure how you were doing it, so now that I know that it's a vote, I'm gonna strategize right now in my mind.
Okay.
So no, not really. But
Eva, you have
now I
a-
do.
you have a plan?
I mean, it's gonna be 1 or 2 options, so I had plan A and plan B for what the tribal was gonna be, so I think I know what I'm gonna do.
What about you? Do you have a plan?
I want to talk to people and see first.
Well, we're gonna go vote now. So.
Oh, wait, we can't talk to people?
Isn't that the whole car? The car? Okay, well, we have to vote. Eva, do you want to go first?
Sure.
I think this is my last few moments in the game. Because them 3 were talking, and I was doing the challenge last, and what's her name? Lexi. She just goes with majority. Kristen needs to get out, but Kristen probably already got to Lexi, and I think Lexi is gonna vote with Kristen and them, because obviously she wouldn't want to go to like rocks or anything for me, so. Alright, Kristen, you're really well spoken. I think this last few moments, so it's really sad, but I'm really proud of the game that I played. Yeah. You threw my name around, you voted for me. I thought we were tight from the beginning, but you put my name down, and that's why I gotta vote for you.
First vote, 2. 1 vote, 2. Second vote, Kristen. 1 vote, Kristen. 1 vote, 2. Third vote, you. The last member of our jury is you. Oh.
I just want to say it's the first time anyone has ever written my name down in the game. So.
Wow. Such a honor. And then you guys are going to go with your questions, and then they'll give their closing speeches. We vote, and then announce the winner. Excited? Yeah. Awesome. So this is the final tribal council. The hands it's not in my hands anymore, it's in the jury's hands. But before we get started with the jury, they're just gonna say their piece and give an opening speech on why they think they should win. Lexi, you want to go first?
So, jury, I'd like to apologize if I was because it obviously sucks to vote every single person off, and I feel but aside from that, playing wise, I thought that I did a good job and I stick to my strategy. I wanted to come in and kind of lay low and not make myself a target early on, and after watching like Survivor, that's what I figured I should do, and I figured then I had to make decisions based on what was best for me and how I could get to the top.
Hi everyone. First I want to say congrats to the L7 weenies. Half of them are in the jury, which I think is amazing. But I think for, why I think I should be the sole survivor, I'm going to go through the classic outwit, outplay, and outlast. I believe I outwitted. I think my best move, it was right before the merge, was my name was on the chopping block, and it was between me and Victoria, and basically Erica, who is no longer here, was the swing coach. And I had to convince her why she should let me go to the merge over Victoria. Obviously, I think I came out of the bat. I think you can all tell I'm a very outgoing person. I've heard through the grapevine, a lot of people have thrown my name out there because I have a bigger personality. I'm a little bit louder, I'm a little bit more outgoing. That's just who I am, and I'm unapologetic for that. And that's just, I'm a very extroverted person, and I like that about myself. But that did put my name on the chopping block, and I told Erica, I was like, listen, she's not as big of a fan of Survivor as I am, so I told her, in this game you have to make hard decisions, you have to make hard plays. If you want to get far in this game, you're going to have to go against your alliance. The only person that put that thought in her head and made that happen was me, and I think I would not be standing here, I wouldn't even be in the merge if I didn't put that into action, if I didn't convince her why it was a good idea. So I think in the outwit play sense, that was my biggest move. And then if we go to outplay, obviously I didn't win an immunity idol. I wish I had. Obviously, I didn't need an immunity to get here. A lot of people, I think, needed immunities to get further in the game. I think our friend Seth here, he had a big target on his back, and because he won a couple immunities, it got him farther. I think Ava had her name on the chopping block a few times, and because she had won an immunity once or twice, that helped her. I didn't win an immunity, so yes, maybe I can't sprint as fast or whatever, but I think it actually shows how good of a player I am, that I didn't need an idol or an immunity to get here. I used my social game. I had a very, very social game, and that's why I'm standing here. And then outlast. I think, obviously all three of us outlasted to the end, but I generally think I outlasted more than anyone here because my name was the very first that was thrown this entire game. I had votes almost every tribal that I went to. My friends here, they had one or two votes, couple the whole game. Almost every tribal I went to, I had consistent votes, and that's because I think people thought I was a threat. But somehow I still managed to come because I talked to people and I made sure that they thought that there was a bigger threat than me. I just think that I had the best social game, and I think I deserve the title of Sole Survivor because I survived from the very first tribal until now.
Hello everyone. Congratulations to you guys, and also to you guys for being on the jury. I kind of just want to start off with saying I was always on the right side of the vote. I was never in a question of this doesn't sound right, this doesn't seem right. I always knew who was going home and what was happening. And for that, I think that's something that's really hard to accomplish every single vote. I also went to every single tribal council except for the Fern. One of my goals coming into this was to, right off the bat, make an alliance of 2 to 3 people that I know I want to take to the end. So that was Seth and Lexi here. We made it, top 5 before things got a little shaky. So me and Lexi are still sitting here. But through that, we were able to literally knock out people left and right because we were such a tight alliance that we knew we were going to go to the end. Also, coming into the merge, we were on the bottom of the totem pole. We had 3 people against 4. Now, I was able to make some connections on the other 4 people and kind of flip that vote because otherwise I think it would have been me or Seth going home just because we were physical threats to the game. We were winning immunities, stuff like that. So I think that really was the turning point for my game, because then I was able to make alliances on this 4-person half instead of just the 3. So I kind of had an alliance in every little aspect. So I was kind of floating around. I was hearing what people were doing, and I was hearing what other people were doing, and through that I was able to base my vote off of like what I thought was going to be best for my game.
Lexi, my question's for you. What was the biggest move that you made that was your own idea?
Voting out Sam because it was my fault, and it was split. We had a tie. It was either Seth or Sam, and I was telling them, let's not vote for Sam, let's vote for Mikhail. Being 2 votes Seth, 2 votes Sam, and it was either go against my alliance, which I said I never would, or go against Sam, so I did. I don't know if that would be a big move though. I just stayed with my alliance.
Because that's a big loyalty thing, right? A big aspect of repping your OG team is loyalty. And I noticed that throughout this whole excursion, you flipped a lot, and especially voting out Zoo. Like, why not stall the vote at the very end? So I wanted to ask some of that.
Yeah, so I totally understand where that question is coming from, but I never voted for you, Sam. I mean, we had an alliance, I think that was pretty strong, but only unfortunately got split apart. You got voted out. I wasn't a part of your vote, so obviously I had nothing to do with, voting you out. And what I have to say for Zoo is I never voted any of you guys out until the very last round is when I put Zoo's name down, because it came down to, how am I gonna get to this spot? And what I will say is I know Zoo put my name down. She put my name down before I put hers. So if we're going to talk about loyalties, she betrayed my loyalty before I betrayed hers. If I seemed like I was flipping sides, I was following my gut, and I was doing what I thought was best. When we switched to the 2 tribes, and I was still stayed in the Wahlberg tribe with Zoo, and Brandon came in, the only reason I voted Brandon out was because the vote before, he put my name down. And so he put my name down, so I voted him out. So you put my name down, I'm gonna vote you out.
Ava, I want to know, your name and your face is on the Instagram and somewhere there. What is one thing that you regret doing?
Honestly, I think it could have been your vote. You approached me and said you were willing to make a move, and I think that we could have gone farther in the game if we did. Because we did have the numbers if you were to come vote with us.
I want to know if you signaling me during that tribal where I used my idol, and I want to know if that was on purpose and that was strategic because you knew that I had no votes and that you knew all the votes were going on Erica.
No, to my understanding, it was 3 votes us, 3 votes Erica, them 3 votes you, and that
Was that what the plan was initially?
Yes, that was what I
Was
thought
the vote
was gonna
switched because it was mentioned that this was the last time to play the idol and you all thought I had the idol?
No.
I didn't know it was gonna be the last time. Maybe the other 3 people thought,
We didn't.
but I knew that going in, they 3 voted were going for you, and I told them I can't vote for him. If you guys have the majority, okay. But
What strategic moves you made that wasn't that you contributed to the alliance that I didn't make? If that
I
makes
found the
sense.
immunity idol.
You didn't grab it.
I
grabbed
said,
it.
oh, look, snatch, and then you wouldn't give it to me. That's interesting. So I think I contributed that for you.
Yeah, for sure.
And I let you know when they were gonna vote for you, and so that's what I contributed to us.
So going back to what Kristen said, her biggest move was the Victoria vote. She was saying that was her own vote. She was the only one that convinced Erica. And I think out of the jury, I know Kristen's game the best because we voted together up until the last 2 tribals. But every other time we voted together, and we were the ones talking to people, convincing people. So you said that your biggest move was Victoria vote, and that it was your own. But
out from like you voting, I was also voting. It was us two voting. It wasn't your own move. It was, we had an alliance. You were my closest ally in the beginning. It was our move. It wasn't your move. With this, that was an easy vote. I don't think that was a big move at all. With Sam, you weren't part of that. Victoria, that was our move. It wasn't your own move. And then I don't know about him, but so what is the biggest thing that you did in this game that was your own?
I can tell that you're a little upset from what I said, and I do apologize that if I made it seem that you were not a part of a lot of those votes. The Seth thing, you mentioned you thought that I didn't have anything to do with that vote. That was the vote that the votes kind of got like thrown all over the place, but I will say that going into that vote, I thought we were voting Seth. Seth didn't get a single vote. He played his idol, iconic, but he didn't get a single vote. Sorry, I grabbed an extra slip of paper and I wrote everyone's initial down, and I wrote exactly who I thought each person was going to vote for, and I did the math, and I thought if you're going to play the idol, because I had a feeling you were going to play the idol, so I wrote everyone's initial down, and I wrote SSSEE, for me S/E. I crossed out all the S's, and I thought, okay, if all the S's are gone, and maybe there's a split vote, if these two are voting for Erica, I told you, because you asked me right before we sat down, you have my back, you're not voting for me, and I was like, no, I'm not voting for you. So I thought, you know, if he's gonna play an idol, I have a feeling he's got the idol, I wanna seem like I have his back, and that's why the very last second I went in there, you would have had to vote that round, the vote that you played the idol. Like, I was in there for a couple minutes thinking, because I said, if he's gonna play his idol, then I need to vote Erica, because that's going to prove my alliance to him. So I decided I'm not going to vote for him, I'm going to vote for Erica. And because I voted for Erica instead of you, Erica went home that round, because it was 3-1. It was 3 Erica, 2 me, 1 Lexi. So if I were voting Seth, we would have re-voted. I could have went home that round. Because I did that mental math and I took that 2-3 minutes to go through every single person and every single possibility, I decided to switch my vote from you to Erica, and that's why Erica went home as second thing. So I think that might have been one of my bigger moves, honestly, because it was a last minute decision and I had to take a chance, a gamble on if you had the idol and if you're gonna play it. And luckily I was right and I switched my vote to Erica and she went home.
Awesome.
I just want to say thank you to everyone, and I hope you consider me, because I feel like I wasn't problematic, and I feel like kind of an underdog. I didn't think that I would be anywhere near this spot.
First off, I want to say I hope there's no hard feelings to anyone. I think I voted for most of you, and I hope there's no hard feelings. No, genuinely, because I think you all are very intelligent and nice people. I don't want to have beef with any of you. I just hope that when you go into this vote, you know, you think not with feelings, but think, who do you think had the best gameplay? And I genuinely do think I had the best one. I was making moves that were best for me, and obviously that worked because that's why I'm sitting here, and I do genuinely think I had the best gameplay. I think I was an underdog in the sense that, you know, I had votes from the very first round, and I had votes almost every single round. And, you know, although I'm a more outgoing personality, I definitely used that. It definitely put a target on my back, but I used it to get here. And I hope you consider me for Soul Survivor.
I also just wanted to elaborate on one more thing quickly. So for the Erica vote, originally it was going to be you. People were asking, do you think he has an idol? Do you think he has an idol? I knew for sure for a fact that you had the idol. You came, you showed me, you told me. So when everyone's asking, do you think he has an idol? I'm saying, I don't think so. But the thing was, I was writing Erica's name down from the start. I knew I was going to stick to our alliance. I knew that you were going to play your idol. I knew that you would be safe. That was going to get you one more vote. I knew that you were a huge threat in the game, and you were probably going to beat all of us if you were sitting at the end. So it's going to be between the next few votes that we would be able to get you out. So if I did write your name down, then our alliance would have probably broke at that point, like between probably all 3 of us. So I wanted to keep the alliance strong for one more vote, and essentially voted Erica out as well. I also just wanted to say thank you guys for coming out today. It's been a pleasure. It's been super fun. And I hope you consider me for Soul Survivor.
Awesome. Sit down.
was a hard vote. Because like all three played very different games, but I feel like Ava and Kristen played similar games. It's hard to vote for Lexi because I was working with her the entire time.
So, this is someone who I've been wanting to take out since the beginning, but we voted together a lot, and I want to take her out because she's a huge social threat. Very obvious winner. I think if it was me, her, and someone else in Final 3, I don't know. I think she's really tough competition, so Kristen, good job on making it far. Good job on being a social threat. I respect you. I respect your game. I hope you respect that I wrote your name down because we were gonna go after each other at some point. We're the two really big friends. So yeah.
Okay, well, I just want to say a quick word before we read the votes. I really appreciate you guys competing and being so patient and flexible with us. It really means a lot to me. I started this club in July by myself. I was telling a lot of you guys, and seeing how far it's come and the amazing cast we had, it really warms my heart and honestly makes me a little emotional. So thank you guys for being such an amazing cast and being amazing Survivor players, and hopefully we'll see some of you out there in the real Survivor, and we will capitalize off of that. Yeah. Now, we're going to read the votes for the winner of Survivor, the first ever Survivor UF. First person vote, Ava. Second vote, Ava. 2 votes, Ava. Third vote, Kristen. 2 votes, Ava. 1 vote, Kristen. Fourth vote, Kristen. 2 votes, Ava. 2 votes, Kristen. Fifth vote, Ava. 3 votes, Ava. 2 votes, Kristen. Next vote, Ava. And the winner of Survivor UF is Ava.